Hey everyone, it's Kim. Welcome to Unmasking Mental Health. We're continuing our series on the things people don't really talk about, those quiet, heavy feelings that we usually keep locked inside because we think we're the only ones who have them. Today, we're talking about the weight. It's that weird, vibrating paralysis that hits when you have an appointment or a meeting later in the day, and suddenly, you can't function. You can't start a project, you can't do a chore, you can't even rest. You just hover. I want you to meet Maya. Her story is one I think a lot of us carry, even if we've never given it a name. This is what it looks like when your own home becomes a waiting room.
I don't even know what time it is anymore. 10, maybe 11, I have this thing at 3, it's just a checkup, nothing big. But I've been sitting here on this floor for 2 hours and I haven't even put on real pants yet. I keep looking at that pile of laundry on the chair. I know exactly how long it would take to fold it. 10 minutes, maybe 12 if I'm being slow, but I can't do it. My brain is literally screaming at me that if I touch those clothes I'm going to get lost. I'll start folding, then I'll see a loose thread, then I'll go find the scissors, then I'll notice the carpet needs vacuuming. And suddenly, it'll be 3 o'clock and I'll still be in my pajamas and I'll have failed. And that's the word, isn't it? Failed. I think about being late and it feels like a physical weight on my chest. I can't breathe right when I think about walking into that office 5 minutes past the hour. I can see the receptionist's face in my head. I can see that little look she gives, that tiny judgmental tilt of the head. To her I'm just another name on a screen. But to me, in that moment, I'm a fraud. I'm a person who doesn't value anyone else's time. I'm the person who just can't get their life together. So instead of risking that shame, I just rot. I sit here, I scroll. I look at people on my phone who seem to have it figured out. They go to the gym, they have lunch, they run errands, all before their 3 p.m. thing. And I'm sitting here, heart racing, checking the clock every 4 minutes like it's an interrogator. It's so embarrassing to admit that I'm a grown woman who is basically held hostage by a dentist appointment on a random afternoon. I've spent so many years like this, just hovering. It's like I'm holding my breath for 6 hours straight. You aren't resting when you're in the wait, you're working. You're working so hard to stay ready that you're burning through all your fuel before you even leave the house. By the time I actually get to the appointment, I'm shaking, I'm exhausted, I'm irritable. And for what? To be reliable. I think the hardest part was realizing that I was being so incredibly kind and respectful to everyone else's schedule while I was being absolutely brutal to my own. I was treating my own time like it was worthless, like it only mattered when I was being useful to someone else. I'm trying something different now. It feels dangerous, honestly, which is a ridiculous way to describe setting an alarm, but that's how it feels. I've started telling my brain that it's fired from its job as the timekeeper. I set an alarm for 2:15, that's the panic alarm. Until that noise happens, I've given myself this weird, shaky permission to just be. The first time I tried it, I tried to paint my nails. I got one hand done and I had to stop because I was shaking so much. I kept thinking, the alarm is going to fail, the battery will die, you're going to be late and everyone will know you're a mess. I had to close my eyes and just breathe through the urge to check my phone every 30 seconds. But the alarm went off, and I was fine, I wasn't late, the world didn't end, and for 20 minutes I wasn't Maya who has an appointment, I was just Maya. I'm still not good at it. Some days I still end up right back here on the floor, staring at the dust bunnies and feeling like a total failure. But I'm starting to get angry. I'm getting angry at the idea that I have to apologize for existing in the gaps of my own life. If you're sitting there right now, staring at your phone because you have a thing later and you're afraid to move, I just want you to know that I see you. I know how much you're hurting yourself right now to try and be good for everyone else. But you don't owe the world your peace of mind just to be 5 minutes early. You're allowed to unload the dishwasher. You're allowed to make a sandwich. You're allowed to turn the engine off for a bit. The clock is going to keep ticking whether you watch it or not. You might as well do something for yourself while it does. I think I'm going to go make a fresh cup of coffee, not because I have time, but because I'm allowed to have a hot cup of coffee, even if it's 11 o'clock.
I want to say a huge thank you for sitting with me today and listening to Maya's story. These things are hard to say out loud, and they can be even harder to hear if you're right in the middle of them. If Maya's story felt like a mirror to your own life, if you've ever felt that rot or that fear of letting people down just by existing, please know you aren't alone. You aren't lazy and you aren't broken. You're just human. If this resonated with you, please consider hitting the like button and sharing this with someone who might be sitting in their own waiting prison right now. It really helps us reach the people who need to hear this most. And if you want to keep unmasking these hidden parts of mental health with us, make sure to subscribe and join the conversation in the comments. I'm so grateful you're here. Take a breath, forgive yourself for the wait, and I'll see you in the next one.